when you're ready.
Just pretend you're like, oh no,
Oh, exciting times, exciting times. Guess what arrived? We got a package in the post from a company that you might have heard of, Impsport.
We say might know because there's a time when pretty much all custom kit in the UK came from Impsport.
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that all of the kit in the UK in the late 90s, early 2000s was made by Impsport. Do you?
Si and I have been rummaging through our drawers and we found some retro items like this.
And like this.
These bad boys are actual antiques from 1999 and 2002, and this is actually part of the first club kit I ever bought.
I think that's conclusive proof that all of the kit in the late 1990s was made by Impsport. Nobody else existed.
Definitely no one.
Nobody else existed. But things changed. There were lots of competitors, the likes of
Castelli, Santini.
All of the big companies started doing custom kit, and if you've raced in the domestic peloton, there's no doubt that you've probably seen bigger name brands on the shoulders of your competitors.
And after a bit of a hiatus, Impsport are back and they've kindly sent us their brand new T3 top of the range kit, and we thought we'd do a quick review of it, really tell you what it's all about.
Sounds good. Guess we should show it to you. But you probably don't want to see it on a bunch of choppers like us.
Luckily we've got some very handsome friends. Roll the curtains.
Oh, that part's too loud.
It's worth noting that we did get this kit for free from Impsport very kindly, but we're in no way being paid to endorse it.
Okay, this is our first review. What do we say about kits?
We'll start with a little look at the jersey. Nice zip here, pretty chunky.
Zip's important. It may seem insignificant, but this is a really nice zip. And if anybody out there has bought club kit, or brand kit for that matter, and after a few rides the zip's gone on it, you know how frustrating that can be.
Particularly at the bottom. Before we go any further, let's get back into our actual Fauxpro t-shirts.
You look a bit awkward there, Callum. Better.
Let's start with gripper elastic. It is everywhere. Hems, on the end of the sleeves.
On the legs, on the shorts, as you'd expect. The legs I found a little bit tight, but after a couple of washes they're just about right now, and they do stop your leg warmers riding down, which is a pet peeve of mine. We've got some pretty aero styling throughout the kit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we've got these low cut necks, which have been pretty standard of fare on the track for quite some time now, and slowly making its way over to the road. And we've been reliably informed this is the exact kit as worn by Team Scotland recently at the Commonwealth Games, and they did quite handily.
Didn't do bad. It is quite an aggressive look, I find, but it's becoming commonplace in all of the kit in the domestic peloton these days, so go with the flow. Moving on to the short, the chamois is your standard 3D gel type. It's really thick, really smooth, and it was extensively tested by our very own Callum in this year's LBL Sportif. Callum, how was it? Pain-free and comfortable?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure my arse is designed to ride for sort of 10 hours plus. But you didn't really get any of those sort of chafing hot spots or those sort of dodgy kind of tingles you'd get with new shorts quite often. I was really quite comfortable at the end of it. Well, as comfortable as you'd expect to be after such a stupidly long and slow ride.
What are your thoughts on chamois cream? Did you wear it?
Well, I only really use it when I get it as a gift, and Christmas has now long passed, so I didn't have any on at the time and didn't really find it any different with or without it.
Good stuff. So Impsport tell us that this kit uses wind tunnel tested fabric and patterning, and that according to their tests they're the most aero garments currently available to the UK custom market.
quite a bold claim.
I'd actually tend to believe that claim. The kit's obviously slippery when you compare it to your average custom kit. And you can tell that a lot of thought and effort has obviously gone into the design of this kit.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with that. We've got a lot of different fabrics used throughout the jersey, such as the aero dimples on the sleeves, which are pretty commonplace among other high-end kits these days.
Let's talk about pockets. What about the pockets? Do we have pockets? We do have pockets. When you see this kit on, it's almost like a skin suit in its fit. So it's really good to see that you've got some good pocket action going on at the back. They're fairly big and stretchy and they span the entire width of the jersey, giving you loads of room for keys and your banana.
Nothing worse than a loose banana. Let's move on. One thing that Simon and I have been really impressed with is the size of the package. The jersey and the bib shorts are pretty much the same size folded up as our old school jersey alone.
And then we move on to the Bib Short Elastic.
That's what everyone's been waiting for.
This is one of my favourite features actually. It's real elastic. It's none of that mesh or lycra nonsense. I really like it. It doesn't feel like it's going to tear and it doesn't get all bunched up on your shoulders when you have to whip your shorts up quickly. Seams.
So all the outer, it's out of focus now, sorry. So all the outer seams except the neck have the sort of no stitch thing going on. Instead of a traditional hem, they've got this rubberized gripper thing which we mentioned earlier, which sort of contributes to the overall aero feel and grippiness.
This means you've got a seamless transition from your shorts to your jersey. The aero drag is obviously reduced and you don't have to adjust the seams of your jersey all the time throughout the ride. You know that when you start your ride and you adjust your jersey, that's how it's going to look when you finish your ride. All good. So in summary...
over the last few years we've ridden kit from all the big Italian brands and a certain British brand whose name I'm sure you're aware of, and we got to say this is just as good if not better than all of it.
Yep, I've got loads of kit in my wardrobe and this is usually what I go to. If it's available and it's not on the line, this is what I wear when I go on my rides these days.
I've worn this on a few races now, really comfortable, everyone likes the look of it, and it does get you noticed, especially when you get shelled out the back. Which is rather embarrassing.
It is. So we've worn loads of custom kit over the past few years for clubs that we've been racing with. They're all up in their game. But I can honestly say this is the best club kit that I've worn so far. It's really nice to see that Impsport are back in the game with such a good product.
Hopefully that's been useful for you, and if you're thinking of getting some custom kit made, head over to Impsport's website and see what they got to offer. Link in the description.
So that was our second video. Hope you enjoyed it and we're getting slightly better. If you've got anything that you want to say or anything that you'd like to see us cover, leave it in the comments below. Let's roll some B-roll of the burns again to see us out.
Bye. Fade to black.
Fade to Burton.
Too loud.